We're gonna get the general vibe of a play button. It's not gonna be exact, okay? I'm having fun. I am struggling over here. How do people do this and not get them insanely tangled? I woke up to 1,000 subscribers today, which is insane. I don't know how you feel about that number. I think that that is a crazy amount of people. Like, I'm trying to imagine a room full of 1,000 people. The room here behind me could not fit 1,000 people. That's a lot of people that want to follow my knitting and crochet journey. So thank you so much if you are subscribed. I thought that I would just make a little video to commemorate this milestone. YouTube is not going to send me a play button for 1,000 subscribers. I think you need 100,000 to get a play button. I thought, why don't I just make my own play button? Why don't I just crochet a 1,000 subscriber play button? So that's what I'm gonna try to do today. I wanna try and keep this as realistic as possible. So the first thing I need to figure out is how big a play button is. Like, what are the dimensions that I need to work with? You're gonna see my search history for a second. Somebody said that I look like Jimmy Fallon on TikTok. Like, I made a TikTok and somebody commented that they think I look like Jimmy Fallon. Do you think I look like Jimmy Fallon? I can't tell if that's the funniest thing I've ever heard or if I should actually be offended. No shade to Jimmy Fallon. He's a very handsome man. I just don't know if I want to be compared to Jimmy Fallon. Anyway, that's why that's in my recent searches. Okay, how big is a YouTube play button? So it looks like you get silver, gold, diamond, red. I'm wondering what color I should do for my 1,000. I'm thinking white with a red YouTube logo on it. Measurements are 12 by 10 by 1/2 inches. I don't think I can make it a 1/2 inch thick because I don't want to crochet multiple panels. I'm just going to do 12 by 10 inches. Now I need to figure out what yarn I want to use. This is my yarn storage for right now. It's kind of just in the corner next to my desk. Let me know if you want a video of me organizing all this, because if you want it, then I will do it, and that is good motivation for me to actually organize this. But let's look for yarn that I can use to make the play button. So I think this will be good for the red play button, but now I need a white. I was thinking that I was going to use this white, but it's kind of like the gauge of these two are completely different. I think this is probably like a sport weight and this is a worsted, maybe even bulky, I don't know. Okay, so I would like to do this in acrylic yarn just because it's not a garment, so I don't know if it needs to be wool. This yarn, this would be perfect, but I don't know if I have any more of this. Like, oh, look at that, some granny squares that I never did anything with. They're cool though. I made a bag out of a lot of them, but I think these were just extras. Let's look at all that white yarn. I was just hoping to not have to use this white yarn because I have plans for this white yarn. We're gonna look through here. I inherited this yarn, or somebody donated this yarn to me. Their mother was getting rid of a bunch of yarn and they asked me, do you want some? And I said, yeah, of course. Yeah, I think this will be good. Here is a bottle. Let's see, what yarn is this? This is Cascade Yarns Nantucket worsted. Perfect. So the gauge will match. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Sweet. So it's acrylic. Is it really 10 by 12 inches? I feel like they're taller than that. Like, it's not almost a square, is it? I'll double check that in a second. Okay, 12 inches by 10 inches. And then we have our YouTube play button. With this little triangle situation. And then I feel like I'm doing this all based on memory. I haven't actually looked at a photo of this. I feel like there's like the username right here. So maybe we'll do Alex James Fiber. Should I do an @ Because I'm using worsted weight yarn, I don't think I will have that much resolution. So I don't think that I can get too many words on here. We're gonna get the general vibe of a play button. It's not gonna be exact, okay? 1,000 subscribers. Exclamation point. This here will be white. This is gonna be red. And again, that will be white. Do you think I should do black to separate all the different colors? Like, keep black outline? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna keep a black outline because I'm liking how this looks. Okay, now I gotta figure out my gauge with this yarn. So I have my 3 colors, and I think I'm gonna use a 5mm crochet hook because one, this is my favorite crochet hook. It's a 5mm clover crochet hook. If you're looking to get a crochet hook, get this one. I'm gonna try to do this in one day, so I can't use any smaller than this. And I think I'm just gonna gauge swatch. Like, I'm not gonna block anything. I'm just gonna swatch with the white yarn because that'll be the majority of the play button. I feel like the other yarns will just match whatever gauge this is. I don't know whether I should do single crochet or slip stitches, because I want each stitch to be the same width as it is in height. Like I need the pixels to be squares. I don't want them to be rectangles. Does that make sense? So let's start with single crochets and go from there. You think that's big enough for a gauge swatch? I do. Okay, let's measure. Maybe we do for 2 inches so it's more accurate. In 2 inches, there are 1, 2, 7. I need to write this down. There are 7 stitches in 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 9. That's fine. It's fine. 9 rows in 2 inches. Okay, so per inch, we have 7 halves and 9 halves, which is 3.5 and 4.5. So now if I need it to be 10 inches in one row, I do 10 times 3.5 is 35 stitches. Nice. Glad that it's not half a stitch. And then 12 times 4.5, 45 plus 9, 54. So it's 35 stitches by 54 rows. Okay, now I'm going to go on to stitch fiddle, which I've never used stitch fiddle before. Like I don't make tapestries. I don't ever really do any charted crocheting. This is all very new for me, but I've heard that stitch fiddle is the way to create your own color work charts. So let's hop over there. Go to stitch fiddle. There are 35 stitches and 54 rows. Great chart. Whoa! Okay, so here's our play button. It's actually gonna look a little bit wider than this because my stitches are wider than they are tall. How would you make an A with pixels? Hang on, I need to look up pixelated letters. Lowercase. Like a good chart to follow. What if I just do AJS instead of Alex James Fiber? I don't think that we have enough room. And then what if we did it in all caps? I think I like that idea better. Let's put the J right in the middle. That looks like a J. Okay, I think I got it. I think I'm okay with that. How are we gonna write this 1000? Nice. Okay, that's 1000, but I think it needs to move over to the right. Four rows done. Now I have to do my first row with the black, but I'm gonna mark the front so I can read the chart easier so I know which side of the chart to start on. I think because I'm going to go back and crochet this way, I'm just gonna make it easy for myself and make what I'm facing right now the front. Did my first row with the black. This is what the back looks like. I've just been carrying the floats across like you would with colorwork knitting. I don't know how you're supposed to do colorwork with crochet. I'm just kind of doing what makes sense to my brain. I'm having fun. This is fun. Okay, I'm running into an issue. This is supposed to be the bottom of the S, but the little tail of the S is shifted inside the curve. And there's also this weird gapping right here because the stitches lean this way on the return pass. I don't really know what to do because I think that I should have done this black stitch one over here and kept this stitch black the whole time. I'm gonna finish this row and do one more row and see how it looks, and then I might end up redoing these 2 rows. It's been a couple hours. I finished this a while ago and now it's dark outside despite the fact that it's only like 5 p.m. and this is how it's looking. I'm not so happy about it. I thought that I was doing the tapestry crochet correctly. When you're changing color, you need to finish the previous stitch with the new color before you do the stitch in the new color, and that's what I've been doing. I've also been catching my floats like I thought I was supposed to be doing, but it looks like this, and this is supposed to say subs if you with an exclamation point if you can't tell. I can't tell by looking at that. So I went to the motherland that is YouTube and I looked up some tutorials and I'm doing it right. Like it should be working out. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it might be that all of my letters are only 1 row or 1 column, but I don't know, because I see such intricate tapestry crochet that it's totally pixelated. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If I try to connect this U right here, this connection that should be black, if this was black, then this whole section right here would be black and it would look like a big splotch in the U. When I switch colors, I'm gonna tighten up my yarn a little bit so that the new color covers the old color. But also at the end, I think I might just go back through with each individual color yarn and sew yarn over the colors that aren't so clear. Make this S into an actual S. But the videos did show me a couple better ways to catch my floats, so at least that will be easier. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Because of the way that I filled out the chart here on Stitch Fiddle, I was trying to make all the letters look most rounded, but I think the way that I need to do this is more angular. I don't think that I can have as many rounded things without it being big blocks of color, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to redo the chart. I'm going to keep this because this is a good like first attempt, and then I'm going to start over. I think I have a better chart now, and I'm going to start over, which means I need to cut this. Attempt number 1. Let's try again. This was attempt number 1, not so good. This is attempt number 2, and I think that that's much better. I'm pretty happy with this. I think that this will work. I kind of wish that for the lowercase s there were 2 rows of white because the white is kind of getting crowded in by the black, but I also think it's kind of cool. It's like a little pixelated, a little hard to read, but you can still read it. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that because I don't want to do it again. I think I'm going to keep going. I'm liking how I'm doing this. I'm also catching my floats a little bit more cleanly, and I feel like my tension has improved. This is good. Every time that I go across, my yarn gets so tangled, so I've just been untangling it after every row. I'm sure I'm doing this so wrong, and if you tapestry crochet and you have any tips for me, please comment them. Or if you have any videos that I should watch, link them, because I am struggling over here. Oh, that's not the side I wanted to show you. I painted too bad here, but I'm really hungry, so I think I'm gonna make some dinner before I resume. I'm having fun though. This is like addictive. It's fun getting to each new row and that each row is different. It's especially fun when the row has a pattern, 1 white, 2 black, 1 white, 2 black. I can see myself making more tapestries in the future. Can you imagine if I was like Kendall Jenner and I cut my cucumber like this? I think Kylie recently made a video mocking Kendall when she did that. Leftover salmon. There's dinner. Sorry if you don't like fish. It's a little gross on camera, but I promise it's good. It is currently 8:30 p.m. and this is how much I've done. I'm about to do the row that starts the play button. So I'm on row 35 out of 53. I know for sure that I can finish this. So this is where this is what it's looking like. And editing me is going to turn the next 2 hours into a montage. I do this. Gotten to the red part here. There's a lot of red on this side and a lot of red on this side with some white and black in the middle. And I think I'm going to use intarsia. I'm actually not going to carry this white and black across the row. I'm just going to do the red and then I'll cut new pieces of black and white when I get to the other side, and those will stay over there. And I need enough black to go up here. Okay, so I'm trying to do intarsia, and I have many balls attached to the project, all these strings coming out of it. How do people do this and not get them insanely tangled? Like, I haven't even turned it around. Maybe I just embrace the tangle and I just let it pull from whatever ball it wants to pull from. Okay, I think I figured out that if you just ignore the tangle and let the yarn pull from wherever it wants to pull from, everything's fine. At least I hope. This is such a mess of yarn right here, but if I just put that one down and pick this one up, everything will be fine. I think I made it past the hardest part. I just need to do the black rim at the top of the play button section. Then the rest is white, and then I'm done. No! Of all the yarn that I cut, the one that I needed to be a little longer is not long enough. how can I fix this? There's another black right here, pull over. It'll have a pretty long float, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, so now I just have the white bit at the top. Alex James Fiber, 1,000 subs. That's so cool. Oh my God. I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna cry. That's actually crazy. I think I would like to add a black border, and then I'm definitely gonna block it. But first we need to deal with the back and cut off all these strands hanging from the back of this. So I finished the border, but it's kind of making the edges pucker. Actually, I know exactly why, because the stitches are wider than they are tall. I just crocheted one stitch into every row, but that was apparently too many stitches. So I gotta redo this. Is that better? I think so. That looks better. This is what the front looks like, and this is what the back looks like. I did the stranded situation here, and then I did intarsia up here. This was so cool. I learned so much. Welcome to my bathroom. Sorry if the lighting's terrible in here. So it's mostly acrylic yarn, but the white has 20% wool, and I'm starting to smell the sheep. I love when I smell the sheep. I'm just trying to get it a little damp, and then I'm gonna block it on my blocking mats. Okay, what time is it? 10:42 p.m. I think in total this took me 6 hours, which I would say is faster than I thought it would. Can you read it? Kind of. I can read it, and I think that that's all that matters. I know what it means. Maybe you know what it means too if you like watch this video because you saw what it was supposed to say, but I think it's pretty close. For my first tapestry crochet project, I think this is pretty good. It's definitely going to be hung up on my wall regardless of whether or not you can actually read it. Today was a pretty fun day, and I learned some pretty cool skills. I not only learned tapestry crochet, but I learned intarsia tapestry crochet, which I don't know if I would ever do that again at a larger scale than this little red section, because that's a lot of yarn to be managing. I've seen people do like little Ziploc baggies of their yarn balls, which maybe that's what I'll do next time if I need to use intarsia. I guess I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really is insane that there's that many people who want to follow my fiber arts journey. If you watch this whole video and you're not subscribed, maybe now's a good time to subscribe. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me, I make videos every couple weeks, all related to knitting, crochet, fiber arts in general. I have a regular podcast that I will be uploading to, and I make videos like this in between those podcasts. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you in the next video.